who they diagnosed him with, I think, autism in like the 3rd grade. His parents refused to accept the diagnosis. They even switched his schools, man.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Any parent out there, I don't know if any parents gonna end up seeing my videos, right? But I just want to let you know, bro. If you are a parent that does shit like this, bro, you do not love your kids. You don't love your kids. As a matter of fact, look, raise your hand if you are. I'm gonna call DIFUS on you. You need to be called. You need DIFUS call on you. Them kids need to be removed out of your house before you go ahead and remove them from the world. Cause you don't care about their health. You don't care about their existence. You don't. You're not listening to the professionals. If you thought you were the fucking professional and you knew more than a doctor, why are you bringing them to the fucking doctor then? Why? You clearly brought them there because he's supposed to have some more of a professional expertise. So who the doctor here? Who's the professional?
Shooters, niggas don't really be shooters. Shit go left, I know how to. Shit go left, I know how to maneuver. I can get bread on the block of computers. I ain't bulletproof, but I'ma up first. I'm too paranoid, I don't be trusting.
We here.
Jersey, 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 nigga. New Jersey.
We here with another video, man. This interview just ruined Chrisean Rock's life. I seen a clip from something with this interview. I was gonna react to it, the clip off of Twitter and everything, but hey, fuck it, man. We got this too, man. A video by Poetic Flacco. Y'all already know. Let's get into this shit, man.
This interview just ruined Chrisean Rock's life, and I'm not being hyperbolic and I'm not playing. This interview is going to take a severe toll on what she got going on. This interview with the Danza Project has opened up Chrisean Rock to a new set of eyes that she didn't want. Listen, I'm on Black YouTube, right? I'm in my little sector, my niche. We've been new to
little side note. I'm not gonna lie to you. When I seen the clip pop up, I genuinely thought it was like some kind of an older clip. I thought it was some older clip. I'm not gonna hold you. I thought it was some whole other thing from like a while ago that she had said, and it just was resurfacing. I did not know it was a recent interview. That's insane. Like, I think it just I think the video before this one I posted. I don't know which one you feel me? But I think it was the Nina Lynn video. The Nina Lynn video I did, I mentioned about saying, like, niggas still have time to kind of grow and develop some kind of I don't know, make your brain grow a little bit more. I don't know the way I want to word it properly, but just make your brain grow a little bit more. And your processing will get a little bit better of different situations. But now with her, I ain't gonna lie to you, Chrisean is kind of proving me wrong, because I know she's way older than Nina Lynn, if I'm not wrong. But like I said, though, bro, look, there has to be stupid people in the world, bro. It just has to be. Like, you know what I'm saying? There has to be dumb people in the world. I don't think everybody can't be intelligent or even just a little bit smart. Some people gotta just be dumb as shit. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, hey, it's balance.
The Chrisean Rock experience was an absolute shit show. But this Danza Project interview opened her up to a bigger audience. And they aren't too fond of Chrisean Rock either. She had a viral moment during this podcast, a really viral moment, where she spoke on her son and his disability. And let's just say she's in denial. She's either in denial, delusional, or a straight up liar. You pick either of the three that you believe, or all three, all right? All three, okay? But Chrisean Rock got to her son because they were discussing how NLE Chopper was online disrespecting her son and, his quote-unquote disability.
He was?
Which she questions. But while this...
Wait, hold on. NLE Chakra was over here insulting somebody's kid?
What the fuck?
Wasn't he just a nigga talking about some, you poison the youth, I'm positive you do? You making fun of a kid disability?
What the fuck?
I'm telling you, bro. That nigga has a personality disorder. Yeah, look, man, y'all see it. That nigga got a personality disorder. He don't know who he is, bro.
discussing NLE Chopper, they got on the subject of her son. And what Chrisean Rock said in regards to her son's disability stunned everybody.
But then he say this for her because he take accountability and then he start bringing my baby dad up, but it had nothing to do with, you shouldn't allow another man to control what comes out your mouth.
Absolutely.
Like, it's just like, and then it's like, you don't even know what's going on. So like, all right, boom, let me just get to it. He said, and if it's anything I could do, help, I'm here. The part that really messed with me is that Blueface doesn't seem active in the child's life because of his disability. Hold on. I feel like that's what triggered me, and my anger overpowered my message. I didn't get to deliver any way, shape, or right, and I apologize to you. It didn't deserve my words, and the grace you showed me spoke volumes to the season of your life. You're in the right.
Okay, I thought he like just went on the women, just genuinely just like insulted her kid or some shit like that. You feel me? This is way different. He like threw it in there on some shit. Like I guess I would need the context from whatever she was saying before, but she just kept saying like, and then got into the message for the most part. So yeah, I thought it was something else. My bad, NLE Chakra. My bad, bro. My bad.
Right now, and I'm here to support and congratulate you overly. So I said my son does not have a disability. He's developing at his own pace and hitting his milestones in his own timing. Every child is different, and I'm confident in his growth. If I said it, he had a disability, then he. Right, but it's like, don't tell me. I ain't say none of that. Right. I ain't say none of that. Watch your mouth. And then I said, as far for his father, co-parenting decisions are personal. I chose peace and safety over dysfunction. I appreciate you reaching out. I just don't do drama no more. So then he said, thank you for the correction. Just wanted to send you sincere apology. Okay. But why we got to talk about the next? Like, let's just talk about what you just said. Like, I get what you saying about Blueface or whatever.
Yeah.
But he dealing with his own demons.
Right.
And you dealing with yours. And I don't really like, it's like, I'm not finna gossip about another nigga to another nigga.
Also true. But I like what he said, though. He said, you know what? Thank you for the correction. Because he could have been like, well, shit, my bad, damn. And then now y'all both. No.
It's just like, you know, like,
just don't.
It's not even.
There was no, and I hate people like this, because you feel what I'm saying, though? And it's because she's forcing herself to not be problematic or try to present herself as somebody that is not extremely confrontational. But you are. Like, you are. Like, you just can't help it. Like, you literally can't help it. Even in this situation right here, like you're saying, the kid clearly has a disability. You shouldn't be naive to the idea that he would have ended up with a disability. There's not like no one's making fun of that. No one's making fun of a kid with a disability. That'd be fucked up. And he wasn't even making fun of the kid having a disability. He just said that he feels like bro's not in the kid's life as much because of that. That's just a judgment of that nigga's character. He's not trying to talk about the, like, he's not directly just talking about the kid. He's trying to say like, yo, it's like a regular bro. This is no different than a regular ass nigga trying to just talk to, you know, they be saying like, yo, why some niggas, bro? They trying to talk to their man's baby mother or some shit behind their back. Yo, man, I don't like the way he be treating you. I don't like the way he be treating you. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no different if you got a snake ass homie or some shit, some snake ass nigga around you really trying to get up on your girl or on some shorty that you fucking with, and they just waiting for you to see that you not really, you know what I'm saying, all the way there for them. So they trying to test the temperature like, yo, I don't like the way that nigga be treating you, bro. Like, me personally, like, that ain't my type of thing. Like, I just wouldn't really, you feel me? I'd have put the jacket down over the puddle for you and shit like that, you know. You wouldn't even have to walk. That nigga be having you walking. I'd have carried you. I'd have carried you up the stairs. You feel me? That's all he doing. He just talking. He just trying to sweet talk or some shit. Bro's being way more respectful than a nigga if he was actually trying to just sit over there and violate your kid or whatever like that. Cause none of us would have even really known about that conversation unless she just brought it up. It's not like he went on the internet and was like, yo, like on some shit like 50 or Boost if I would have did. I've tried to tell you about your, you know what I'm saying, dumbass kid or something. And like, he didn't do that. He said, yo, my bad. Yo, thank you for correcting me. That's just where I was just trying to explain to you where my opinion came from, whatever like that. You know, just correct the nigga. But you're smoking and drinking while you're pregnant. You were not trying to take proper precautions while pregnant. So if in result your kid doesn't come out all the way, that's not, you can't get on someone's ass for just acknowledging that. Get on yourself because you didn't acknowledge.
What the fuck?
You're literally the mother. You are the mother. You see the kid more than any of us see the kid. So if you don't acknowledge that, that is literally for you to go look in the mirror and be like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with me? I gotta be retarded. I gotta be delusional. I don't think you've ever, I don't know if she ever really does that though, because I mean she does a lot. She's like, I think that's like her brand, bro. Like it's to a point where I think she was doing that shit on purpose. But there's a lot of cases where I realize it's like, no, this is just her. Like she's just really just genuinely like damn. I'd be like, damn. It's one of them things where you feel bad but don't feel bad at the same time. So it's like, yeah, nah, bro. I'm sorry. I would have been. I was with her at first because the way she worded it, and that's the crazy thing. You gotta watch out for people like this too, because they go and rehash stories sometimes, and they'll make it seem like somebody did something way worse than they actually did. Look, if she left it at that, I'd have been like, damn, bro. Italy Chopper making fun of a disabled kid. That's fucked up. That is fucked up. That is so crazy. But then you get more into it, and you're like, oh, he wasn't making fun of your kid. He wasn't talking down to your kid. Like he just acknowledged something that a lot of people acknowledge. Like, you know what I'm saying? We're not all completely blind, bro. Like, we are seeing this shit. You are putting this on the internet for the most part. You put your baby on it. You wanted everyone to see it. So you can't get mad that niggas see it and they acknowledge. I don't know, gang. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? You should have been a little bit more this defensive or on top of it beforehand. So that wouldn't have happened. You get what I'm saying? And not drinking with a fucking baby in you. Or smoking with a fucking baby in you. Like, come on, gang. Let's be so fucking for real.
It's just that. It's like, say if someone, a doctor, anybody speak against your kid or yourself, nigga, you should not accept it, bro. Yeah. Anybody. If they're guessing or whatever.
Don't listen to the doctor, guys.
Says what the word says.
He doesn't know what he's talking about.
God says, I don't have to accept what you. So it's really like me, like, protecting a revelation that I heard from the Lord over my son. Yeah. And then it's like redirecting that energy.
First and foremost, why are you don't bring the kid to the doctor then? If you're not gonna listen to what the nigga's gonna tell you about your kid's health, why the fuck are you going to the doctor? Why? You know how aggravated I would have been if I was a fucking doctor? And somebody, like, you got a young mom coming this bitch, and I'm trying to give her my expertise, the information that I learned from going to school for this shit for so fucking long, that you're supposed to be entrusting in me to know and understand. Because I imagine she has a really good, she's supposed to have a good doctor. You got money, so I would imagine you'd pay for the best doctor. So you got a high paid doctor, and you walk in this bitch. And I'm giving you your the evaluation. Your kid. I'm giving you real updates on your kid. And you want to tell me I don't believe you? Because God told me different? You just told me my kid might have my kid might have something wrong with him. But you know what? God told me he's all good. So fuck you, man. And you're gonna be the same one crying about this shit if something happened to your kid. Like, who the fuck are you gonna, like, are you not like a first time? Who are you gonna listen to? Who are you gonna listen to? If you don't want, I always tell people this. People always like to put everything out there for opinions, and then when they get the opinion they don't like, they say, yo, I don't want your opinions, or act like they don't need that shit. Gang, keep all that shit to yourself. You can't put everything out there to be judged and criticized, and then act like everyone's attacking you when it's getting judged and criticized. Because no one would have gave a fuck or even looked into this shit if you didn't put it in everybody's face. No diddy. You feel me? no one would have gave a fuck. I really just feel like you realize whatever kind of novelty with you as a person was just starting to get annoying. So he's like, let me just throw in like some little kid content in there, which is kind of sad and fucked up that you would prioritize and even having an Instagram account for your kid before worrying about making sure the nigga was all the way healthy. And are you mad at Annalie Chopper because he just made that he never even went out and publicly tried to say that shit? The nigga just acknowledging what everybody else is acknowledging. Hey, listen, bro. Some people just wasn't supposed to be parents, man.
Back to that mouth, that tongue, that powerful tongue.
This got a lot of people's attention, even people from a different crowd. People watching a mother sit on a podcast with a son who's about 3 years old, still can't walk, still can't talk, still missing a lot of milestones, sit on a podcast and be in denial to the son having a disability is a part of the problem, and it's horrifying, quite frankly. This happens so often in our community where we want to go against the doctor's diagnosis. We say, nah, man, my son got ADHD. Now they're playing. Now, ADHD, that's a different thing.
My mom was
my
believing
son got
niggas,
autism. Nah, you playing.
My mom was believing what them niggas
I know
said.
a cousin of mine, specifically a cousin of mine, who they diagnosed him with, I think, autism in like the 3rd grade. His parents refused to accept the diagnosis. They even switched his schools, man.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Any parent out there, I don't know if any parents gonna end up seeing my videos, right? But I just want to let you know, bro. If you are a parent that does shit like this, bro, you do not love your kids. You don't love your kids. As a matter of fact, look, raise your hand if you are. I'm gonna call DIFUS on you. You need to be called. You need DIFUS called on you. Them kids need to be removed out of your house before you go ahead and remove them from the world. Because you don't care about their health. You don't care about their existence. You don't. You're not listening to the professionals. If you thought you were the fucking professional and you knew more than a doctor, why are you bringing them to the fucking doctor then? Why? You clearly brought them there because he's supposed to have some more of a professional expertise. So who the doctor here? Who's the professional? If you went to college for that shit or went to school for that shit, you should be able to go and self-diagnose your kid. Why the fuck are you bringing them to the doctor? Clearly, they supposed to know something that you don't. So why would they tell you some shit? You want to act like, nah, that ain't right. How you know it's right? You don't know. They're telling you. They're educating you. What the fuck? Y'all niggas is crazy, bro. Y'all niggas is crazy. The only thing my mom didn't do was put me on no crazy medications. Dead ass. No crazy medications. Cause, you know what I'm saying? Niggas said I had ADHD. Niggas wanted me to basically be on, what's it? Nah, I wasn't perks. I was about to say perks. But I just wasn't on that shit. I wasn't taking Adderall, none of that shit. My mom didn't want me to, you feel me, grow up being dependent on that shit or whatever like that. But you still be self-aware of whatever type of issue your kid have to, you know what I'm saying? Now, if there's shit that you got to do, like medications or whatever that you have to take to help whatever type of, stunt growth the kid has, whatever you said they're missing milestone, that was different. I wasn't like that. It was just more so a focus thing. I just couldn't stay focused. You got what I'm saying? I couldn't stay still. I'm just hyperactive as fuck. So that's what ended up. That's like, I think that was what the Adderall or whatever the fuck was supposed to be for. But gang, you need the word. You need the dead ass. You need the dead ass watch. You need to watch them type of people, bro. Watch them type of people, bro. Honestly and truly, but if you catch them, you see them in the street, bro, call DIFUS, man. Call DIFUS.
Refuse any classes. They refuse anything.
Who said I had it? Who said it?
Absolutely. Yeah,
is that what you're tuning into? That's what you're assuming? And then it's fine. It's okay. It's just like, you know what I'm saying? And then it's like, okay, you go online.
People are invested in the kid, and they just want to have faith that this kid is getting the proper treatment and the proper care. But this interview doesn't look that way. It looks like Chrisean Rock is trying to pray away this disability, to be honest, and that's not going to work. So because of this interview, this sparked people to do their research on Chrisean Rock. Because once the clip went viral enough and made its way into certain spaces on the internet that she's not really familiar in, They did their research on Chrisean Rock, and what they discovered horrified them. And they're making it clear, right? Now, the spokesperson for that particular sector of the internet, Penguin Zero, he went ahead and spoke on Chrisean Rock. And he did his research, and he found out is a lot of what we already knew about Chrisean Rock on this side of the internet, but they're just discovering this. So they're horrified. They're treating Chrisean Rock like she's Casey Anthony, man. Like she is the second comment of Adolf, the field art student. The way they talk about Chrisean Rock, man.
Silly intro for you today. What this lady's done just makes me furious, so I want to yap about it. Chrisean Rock. Maybe you've heard her name, maybe you haven't. I'm pretty confident you've at least seen a couple of clips of hers because she has been addicted to social media attention for a while. Yeah. So she constantly pops up on popular streamers' streams to try and leech a little bit of clout for herself. Personally,
I really don't know to this day, right, bro? What the fuck is she supposed to be like? I get it. The line is so thin for what an entertainer is nowadays. Like I still feel like if you were an entertainer, you had to be like somebody that's like able to get on the camera and without being the spectacle, I guess you could say, like, or like, you know, just doing something completely random, you can still entertain people. Like just sit down, talk, come up with a skit, put together some type of real content that make you a content creator. But it's like the standards is way lower when it comes to females. You just have to look moderately okay and be extremely problematic, and boom, you're a content creator. They got a place for you on Baddies or some random ass reality show with females that are moderately okay but extremely problematic. I don't. There's always a place for them, apparently, always. But I never understood it. Like Chrisean literally gained a following off of being an embarrassment. Like I first started seeing her from the Blueface thing. Degeneracy. Then everything after that, she was just being viral for just being on Blueface's heels, despite him literally at the time being branded and openly still doing it while she was claiming to be in a relationship as like basically some pimp ass nigga though. Like he didn't give a fuck about bitches. It was just like another, like just some other random tud to him, and he was still fucking other bitches while she was claiming, and she was just like going to get tattoos, bro. The whole Blueface arc, I ain't gonna lie to you, dead ass is what built most of her entire like attention. And it was just, I feel like it was just people giving her a platform more and more, because we all just wanted to believe that the only reason she was underneath that nigga so much and just dealing with the embarrassment was because she just needed that opportunity or needed the platform. But everybody gave her the platform. She got the platform she needed, more relevant than even Blueface. And all she did was use it to still dick ride Blueface. I was stunned. And then went and got a kid by the nigga. I was like, yo. Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. Don't save her. She don't want to be safe. She don't. Hey, man. Come on, man. That's insane, bro. Shawty's on Crash. I
always found her to be like a vibe Dementor on stream where she just sucks out all the fun and all the life, leaving only misery in its wake. But that's not the biggest deal in the world. There's plenty of people that are, you know, vibe terrorists that just aren't super entertaining to watch. That's not like a crime. But what is a crime, at least should be, is the way that she handled her pregnancy. Chrisean Rock loved to party. I say loved like it's past tense. I'm sure she still currently does. But while she was pregnant, she still didn't let that stop her. You know, it wasn't an obstacle. She didn't pump the brakes because she's pregnant. She still went hog wild, partying, drinking, and smoking while pregnant. And this was shown multiple times on camera, just shamelessly drinking and smoking while pregnant, which everybody knows is really bad for the baby.
Because we all was drinking, even you, with the baby and stuff. Why are you lying?
But and no, that's a sad thing though. If she was to, look. If she was to own up to this shit and be like, there's one clip where you can see her going like, yo, you know that you could smoke and drink while you're pregnant, right? Like, they'll tell you that you can, but you can actually do that. You can actually do that. So if you feel like you really could do that, why are you at the same time embarrassed or self-conscious enough to know that no, I didn't, like, you know it was a bad thing. So why are you denying it like that now? Cool, now you know it's a bad thing. What, did you actually get educated? Did somebody actually get the information through your hard ass head? There's no way. Ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way, bro. Or maybe she was drunk when she was saying the first thing. Could be whatever though, bro. But it's like one end you're kind of like, oh yeah, fuck it, like that. Yeah, I did that, but you could do that. Now it's, huh? Why are you lying? I didn't do that. Like, don't make people think I'm a bad mom. No, you are. You are a terrible mother. That is a terrible mother. These are the actions of a mother that does not give a fuck about their kid. Don't give a fuck. Like, that's literally what it is. Just literally what it is. Like, I'm pretty sure you're educated on what you can and can't do when you're pregnant. You know what you can and can't do when you're pregnant. Like, and even if Blueface wasn't around, like, bro, you wrong and all the people around you is wrong. I know people said they was worried. Maybe they was scared to tell her because they know she's confrontational and she might want to. So what, y'all just gonna let her sit there and damage the baby? And what, because that's just cooler? That's calmer? That's a little calmer? Yeah, that's calm. Just drink your liquor, you know, fuck your baby life up. That's just calm. That ain't real friends, bro. That ain't real friends because they don't care. That ain't none of their grandkids or nephews or none of that shit, bro. They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. She don't give a fuck. Shit is a sad situation for the kid, bro. For real, man.
Get yourself together.
Where the bottle at?
Oh my gosh.
Drink it.
She asked for another bottle. I'm just. You can't liquor?
Yes, I can. I can abort the child tomorrow. It won't hurt me.
No,
you shut the door because it's cold.
Huh?
I think you're a sexist, misogynist, homophobic twerp who got exposed in a global way by Netflix, by Louis.
When they were here last time, him and Chrisean was pregnant. Y'all were doing all that smoking and drinking here in the thing.
This is just one short compilation, but a lot of these clips go on longer of her drinking even more. And this is only what's been caught on camera. I can only imagine how often off camera she was also smoking and drinking. It's fucking terrible. And it's not like she didn't know. She even had that clip in there where she's like, it's alright, I can just abort the child, not gonna hurt me. Fucking evil mindset. Like, what? She couldn't stop herself from smoking and drinking while pregnant. She did have the child, and this September he will be 3 years old.
These niggas, I just heard a clip playing in the background. It sounded like that little interview clip I heard with the HK guy. I forgot what his name was, bro, but he's on Kick, and he was doing some shit. He was in that Manosphere documentary, and there was a clip on the news thing. That's why I heard playing in the background. I seen that exact same clip. It's fucking
He still cannot walk or talk, and it seems like also has a hard time just sitting up on his own without assistance supporting him. It is heartbreaking. It is actually heartbreaking. And I don't know why what she's done isn't just full-blown child abuse. Like, I don't know how that's not just
borderline. It's borderline.
Like, it's all just right out there in the open. Like, it's not a secret.
Or at the very most, it has to be neglectment of the child. Like, I don't know that much about legalities and like laws and shit like that, at least that revolve around, like, you know, the safety of children, for real. You know, I'm not a father, I'm not a parent, I'm just the oldest of like all my mom's kids, so I just had, like, you know, an opportunity to see all my brothers kind of grow up, see how my mom cared for my other brothers and everything like that. And yeah, she wouldn't have did this dumb shit. Like, I don't think my mom, like, and that's what I'm saying, because she cares about her kids, she loves her kids. And she values the doctor's opinions because, you know what I'm saying, that's the professional, and she wants to make sure her kids are healthy and of the best health, at least advised by the professional. Because that's what mothers and parents that care about their kids do. Now, on the other hand, we're talking about Chrisean now, though. Yeah, this is insane. This has to be like child neglectment or something like that. This has to be considered that. I don't even know how she still has like custody of her child. Cause I know they're not gonna give the Blueface. Blueface got his own thing going on, and Chrisean don't need to be having this shit. So, yeah, bro, somebody gotta call Dyfus, bro. Somebody gotta save that kid, man. Somebody got to save that kid. I'm not gonna lie. Save that kid, bro.
People extremely close to her have just point blank said that she has smoked and drank throughout her pregnancy. They've said it a couple of times. It's just so unhinged.
I'm not God. I can't tell you if the baby would have still came out disabled if she didn't smoke and drink.
Yeah.
But I can definitely tell you that smoking and drinking didn't help.
Yeah.
Smoking and drinking, right, like, was not a solution if she didn't want the baby, you know, to come out disabled. Now, to me, this right here just sparks the complete end of Chrisean Rock's Christian rebrand, okay? That rebrand that she planned on doing, right, to convert over to the other side of the internet, that's over with, man.
Yeah, they not going for it.
These folks is looking at you talk about how you gonna smoke and drink while you pregnant because you are just gonna get an abortion, so it's not going to affect
That's
the baby
insane.
anyway. People.
That's insane. Mind you, though, she most likely went ahead, right, and still drunk that night with no intention to abort the baby. She made it an account for the baby before it was even born. She had no intentions to abort that baby. So that makes it even worse. Like, you're saying the only reason that it would have been okay to smoke and drink while being pregnant is because you could abort the baby. Meaning that the only way that it would have been okay is if, okay, you know, he wouldn't even have to deal with being born anyways because, you know, he's not going to have no type of disabilities or, you know what I'm saying? Nothing wrong with him. But you went ahead and still had him, even though you drunk and smoke. So why are you confused that people are acknowledging that he has a disability? You knew something was going to be wrong. You knew it was. That's why you said that you could just abort it. You knew something was going to be wrong. So why the fuck are we acting so oblivious to this shit right now? Why are we trying to sympathy farm and talk about some, you know, you're not supposed to talk about somebody's kid. Like, no one's making fun of your kid. Nigga, we want your kid to be safe more than you do. What the fuck? You can't play that shit on. Niggas want you to be, bro. And the lead Chopper got a kid, right? He has a kid, doesn't he? I don't think Annalie Chopper had his baby mother smoking and drinking when she was pregnant, bro. That seems kind of crazy. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm talking out my ass, but we don't hear that much negative shit going on about Annalie Chopper's kid. Like, the nigga is literally just a father concerned. Bro's just a concerned father. He sounded like a concerned father, or if you however you want to put a concerned father or homie trying to push up on his homie baby mother, however you want to put it. Bro just seemed concerned. So, I don't know, bro. Like,
you cannot unhear that, man. They can't. And I'll be real, I've knew about this. I think Chrisean Rock even drank on our channel. So I knew about this, but this is the first time I really have sat with it. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, nah, you kind of just brush everything off.
This kid would have really had a normal life, or the chances of him having a normal life would have been great if she didn't drink and smoke. If we know what we know about drinking while pregnant, this is like the direct cause of this kid's life being permanently altered.
Yeah.
This kid quality of life have decreased so fucking drastically.
He ain't even get a chance.
And it's all because she did it and she knew the consequences of it while she was doing it, but she still did it. She's on camera admitting she knew what the consequences were. She still did it because she thought she was going to have an abortion. Then she didn't have an abortion. Now, Penguin Z did admit that, the only reason, like he's covering this or he knew about this is because of this interview.
And now she just did an interview, and it's the reason why I'm even yapping about it outside of just streams where I've talked about it loosely. She did an interview where she's now denying that her child has a disability and says that, the doctors are wrong, the doctors don't know, which to me says that she's not even willing to get this child the assistance that he is likely going to need going forward. Chrisean Rock made a big Christianity push where she's accepting the word of God and taking the Lord as her savior, which I always applaud people for doing if it's coming from a genuine place. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, in the modern day, there are some absolute vile people that use Christianity as like this get out of jail card where it's, you know, used as a tool to avoid any level of accountability.
I honestly and truly, it's no different than when you always be finding out, like, hey, take this however you want. But some of the biggest hoes is in church. You know what I'm saying? Every hoe at the end of their whole arc, man, the one thing they like to go do is go get baptized and become devout members of churches, or overly. They start pushing the Christian shit overly. You know what I'm saying? That's just from my experience. I could be wrong, but for the most part, what I know is a hoe's last stop, or a terrible person's last stop for the most part, if it's not a grave or rock bottom, they right there in church. So I think when Chrisean came out and was doing the whole Christianity thing, I kind of just felt like it was something that was just bound to happen, because like, where else could you have went with it? Oh yeah, you know, everybody just looks at me like I'm this terrible person. They said I need help. They said this, whatever. So I'm gonna just come out and I'm gonna just play with people's Christianity. You know what I'm saying? I love God. I'm accepting him as my savior. You know, guys, I'm gonna be a changed person. I'm not gonna be the same Chrisean that you, but you're still living the same way. Your morality changed zero. You just started talking about God. Anybody could just talk about it. Anybody could just say the word. You're not really living it. Like, what are you talking about, gang? Like, I don't know though, bro. You're
ability and responsibility, like, nope, I'm completely clean, so all of the terrible, heinous actions I've done in my past no longer exist, and you can't use them against me in any way, shape, or form, because now I'm a Christian, so, you know, we have to forget about all of that.
Yeah, that's
You're
my
a bad
past,
person if you bring them up now.
Don't bring up my
And
past.
I really hate that mentality. And I hate to say it, but I do get that same sense from Chrisean Rock, where she's using it as a way of just being like, hey, you all have to forgive me for all of this shit that I've done, and a lot of it you've watched, especially like with the pregnancy. And I don't think I've seen her take any level of like self-reflection or accountability for the terrible fucking way that she handled her pregnancy with the smoking and drinking and the impact that it may have had on her child's life. Like,
her reaction to Anna Chopper says enough, bro.
What do you think God would say to something like this?
Get yourself together. Where the bottle at? Oh my gosh. Drink it.
She asked for another bottle. I'm just
You can't liquor? Yes, I can. I can abort the child tomorrow. It won't hurt me.
No,
you shut the door because it's cold.
Complete callousness, uncaring if the baby lives or dies, even saying that she would get an abortion and it wouldn't affect her.
Bro just cooked that
imagine.
Christian pivot, bro. Yo, what church is going to allow
you to
come
you know, it's
back
pink. Yo,
and be a Christian
that shit got a lot of
and
views.
grift off the church when they watch this video and see that clip, man.
That nigga
And then they
more
look
popping
at
than
your
her.
kid.
Especially in
Now,
this part
I'm not into talking about people's children. All right, it ain't my business. But when something like this is so vile and it's so blatant and it's so in your face, yo, this is something that she knew the consequences of. She knew drinking while pregnant was bad. She knew it. But she did it anyway. And now this kid's life is permanently destroyed and ruined. Now, what exactly the consequences should be, we'll leave that up to God, because there's no laws currently saying that you go to jail if you drink while pregnant. But this is just terrible, man. Let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this, man? Do y'all believe that Chrisean Rock will be able to successfully make that Christian pivot, or is it all cooked now? Let me know, okay? And if you're still watching this video and you want to watch another good video, then click on this video here somewhere on my screen. Here.
I'm not gonna lie to you, gang. Brody definitely did cook the Christian pivot. I ain't gonna lie. Because like I said, Chrisean was, I ain't gonna say big, not even on her side of the internet. She was just a reoccurring character. So I can't really just say big as a person, but that nigga Penguins, bro, like that side of the internet, for him to even have seen that shit, that interview and everything, and then blow it up like that, because I seen this video, that shit had like 2 million views in like a day. That shit's cooked. Like, if there wasn't already enough people, like Chrisean, I feel like at first was at least a little bit able to hide behind the couple of devoted fans he had that kind of just blindly just feel bad for her. Not even really support her, but they just kind of feel bad and sympathize for her, so they just sit around and try to shield her from criticism. But I don't think that's going to be able to work no more. Like, you're going to have to kind of just come to terms with the fact that you're a terrible mother and you just made a terrible decision that may have ruined your kid's life. And yeah, you just gotta come to terms with that shit, bro. Like, you did it. You were already self-aware of it. It isn't like it should be something that should really be hurting you. Like, it's not like you tried your best to make sure everything was okay in the pregnancy and make sure your kid was healthy. You didn't. You showed absolutely no regard for your kid. You disregarded your kid's health. So now you have to come face to face with all this shit. Like, come on. Let's be so for real, bro. It's life, bro. Consequences and actions, man. That's how it is, bro. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you stay updated with every video on this channel. I'm saying y'all can always comment. Let me know what else y'all want to see on this channel. Let me know what other videos y'all want me to react to. I'm going to try to get this Discord in order so y'all can, like, send me shit or some shit going on where y'all could. Even though I ain't all that crazy yet, but just ahead of time to get it, like, go from now to make it a little bit, you know, give y'all a little bit of an opportunity to kind of, like, really, I can engage with y'all niggas for real, because I always wanted to be a content creator that really tried his best, at least, to stay engaged with the people who decide to subscribe and support my channel, whatever like that, because, you know what I'm saying, y'all niggas the real MVPs. But, yeah, when that's sorted out, I'm gonna most likely just start announcing the videos, and y'all gonna see it in the descriptions and so on. Y'all know then. I'm gonna start live streaming again soon. I was debating whether I wanted to be like keep doing my show on Twitch or actually just stream over here, but I might just do YouTube or multi-stream. I'm not sure, but that's gonna start back soon too. The nostalgia trip series I wanted to do is gonna come back too. I did a stream video for the Simpsons game, but my frames was dropping OD, and I'm not gonna lie, it was bad footage. I already did the mission, so I would have basically been doing another video, just skipping to another mission. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I said fuck the other video. I was supposed to drop a whole other Simpsons game video, but that whole VOD was just fucked. I'm not gonna lie, it was just fucked. So yeah, but we gonna get back into all that. We still got a lot of other games to play, bro. We gonna be getting overly super active. Y'all already know later on, whoever knows if they decide to do it for real though, when GTA 6 drop, y'all niggas know your boy on that shit. We on that. We locked in on that shit as a matter of fact. I ain't gonna lie. But until then, until all that though, you feel me? All the links gonna be in the description. And as always, I hope y'all was entertained. That's all I care about, is that y'all was entertained, and I'm gonna see y'all in the next video. Peace out.
It ain't no need for discussion. I just gotta keep working. Whole lot of things that I'm trying to purchase. Trying to see the hills, only seeing murder. I ain't rich, but my pockets ain't hurting. Locked in, so I ain't with the flirting. Know it's cops on the block, they be lurking. Bro posted up and ain't nobody nervous. Pop a 30 and bro go berserk. Smoke on my Zod, chest starting to hurt. Only go up, I can't go back to nothing. Really feel like that shit really works. Like I remember when I was in church, and I ain't wanna give them alert. Niggas got shit to say when they ain't in the position. Gotta focus, some niggas don't listen.